Time now for our Seen and Unseen segment, where we expose what's really behind the big cultural stories of the day. Oh, CNN may have to issue a major retraction after they charge Morgan Freeman with sexual harassment. And would you pay more than $1,000 for a T-shirt? No. Here to explain it all, New York Times bestselling author of the Will Wilder series and Fox News contributor, Raymond Arroyo. Raymond, first thing is this Morgan Freeman deal. I mean, he's a renowned actor.
80-year-old.
He played God in
Academy Award winner.
Unbelievable. Driving Miss Daisy,
here's
fantastic.
The problem. Chloe Mellis is a CNN reporter. She wrote a piece charging Morgan Freeman with sexual harassment. She claims she was on a junket interviewing Freeman, and in the middle of the interview, he looked over and said, "Oh, I wish I were there," and looked toward her. She was pregnant at the time. She took that as sexual harassment. He claims he was talking to Michael Caine, who had just said he was going to some locale, and Freeman said, "I wish I were there." Here's the problem with this entire report. If somebody is the charger, the one who's making these accusations, why are they allowed to write the piece by CNN? This was also investigated by Time Warner HR, and they found nothing there.
This is the Me Too movement, which does, is exposing some, real abuses.
Right.
But this is also
Harvey
when it goes
Weinstein
to when you say it's someone like, "You're looking at me." I mean, it's like my kids like, "Maria's looking at me. Stop her looking at me." It's like, you know what I mean? It's like
Staring.
at some point, like 10 years later, inappropriate hugs. I mean, all this
and
stuff.
inappropriate
Come
stares.
on.
Here's the problem. Freeman is now saying through his lawyer, this is defamation. He made a list. There are some who believe he really has a case here. And in this age, when you have a black celebrity like this at this level, I think CNN has to.
All right, Roseanne. Now, this is a tear headline from the New York Times. Roxanne Gay, a columnist. The problem is that Donald Trump is a toxic president who amassed his power through provocation of hate. The problem is that having a major character on a prominent TV show as a Trump supporter normalizes racism and misogyny, and, of course, throw it in for good measure, xenophobia. So having a character, Raymond Arroyo, on a show who supports Trump is racism, misogyny, xenophobia.
We are seeing blanket racism being thrown around as a charge, and columnists who confuse Roseanne Barr, the actor, with Roseanne Connor, the character she plays on TV. Here's the bottom line for me on this Roseanne story. Roseanne did its job. You know what it did? It awakened the entertainment community that there was middle America that was underserved, and they were looking for someone to be their voice.
Who's not
someone
demonized.
who looked like them. It doesn't have to be Roseanne. We're going to see it in Last Man Standing, and you'll see it in other characters. Watch. There are more stories.
There's too much money to be made in giving voice to at least someone who's not demonized every 5 seconds because they support
And
Trump.
after this crisis
but they're still
blows
demonizing
over,
him.
those shows will still be there.
They're still demonizing the Trump supporters as the deplorables, troglodytes, xenophobes, etc. Lame.
Broad brush.
Now, Jesse Duplantis, I have never heard of this person.
Oh, he's a famous televangelist.
I have never heard of him.
From my neck of the woods, from Louisiana.
All right, what is he up to?
The Lord has called him to have a 4th private jet. He already has 3, and here's his explanation for this calling.
Now, people say, "My Lord, can't you go with this one?" Yes, but I can't go at one stop. And you see, if I can do it with one stop, I can fly it for a lot cheaper because I have my own fuel farm. I really believe that if Jesus was physically on the earth today, he wouldn't be riding a donkey.
When the Lord said, "Store up your riches in heaven," I don't think this is what he had in mind. This guy's asking $54 million from his followers for a 4th private jet.
Is it a G4, God 4?
It's a
G5,
Falcon,
God 4.
Falcon 7X.
I love the Falcon. Oh, that's a nice plane.
Well, he's not the only one. Creflo Dollar and this fellow Kenneth Copeland also have private planes, and they're on TV defending why they need private planes to spread the gospel.
What's that thing about getting a rich person through the into
eye
heaven?
of the camel? The eye of the
camel
camel apparently has 2 jet engines.
Yeah.
Watch.
The world is in such a shape, we can't get there without this.
That's right.
We've got to have this. I would have to stop. I'm being very conservative. At least 75 to 80, more like 90% of what we're doing, because you can't get there from here.
It's impossible.
They don't like commercial airlines because too many people on you. They say it's like
Right,
demons in a tube.
Okay,
I'd rather demons in a tube on a commercial flight than snakes on a private plane. I'll leave it there. We'll talk T-shirts next time.
All right, no, T-shirt.
Oh, T-shirt. You want to talk about this? A $1,290 T-shirt has been released. This is it.
What?
You can spend $1,000 to essentially look like a laundry rack. It's a button-up shirt sewn onto your T-shirt, or you can wear it interchangeably and have a T-shirt
Why don't we
on
go
your
back
back.
and we can get my
Who
old
would want
sewing
to
machine
wear
out?
That? It looks like you walked out of your house with static cling. Looks terrible.
It's like, is that homeless chic?
I guess.
Chic?
I don't know what it is, but
All right.
I'm not buying. But I would like a private plane, Sister Ingram.
No problem.
That's it?
I wish I had. That's all. I have
right.
a little
Well,
toy one that
I'm going to
Dimitri
open up my
has.
own ministry over here.